Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Weir121 bringing you episode 4 of my Valkyria Chronicles Let's Play. Last time we left off, we were about to start chapter 3 of Vassal Urban Warfare. Now we'll be starting with the cutscene summons. So without further delay, let's get the cutscene started.
In March of 1935, the Empire began its invasion across Gallia's eastern border. Maximilian, commander of the Gallian invasion front, built his army around mobile armor. Ghirlandaio and the other fortresses along the border fell to his tanks in quick
Gallia's
succession.
in deep doo-doo, losing its outer fortresses.
Bruhl's fall in under 2 hours was typical of villages in the Empire's path, and the road to the capital bore a steady flow of refugees.
Gallia's gotta start mounting its comeback fight. They're gonna be able to survive the onslaught of the Empire.
Randgriz, Gallia's capital, a town secure and stable since ancient times.
It's a pretty
Within
impressive
its
capital
walls
there.
stood the castle Randgriz, and within its unicorn spire resided Cordelia,
Unlike Bruhl,
Gallia's princess.
capital of Gallia. It's nice and big.
Supporting Gallia's policy of neutrality was a system of universal conscription. Under it, all schools required military training each year. In the event of a war, citizens were then drafted into the militia to defend their country.
Which is where Welkin will be now heading, because he's going to be getting something to do.
As the conflict with the East grew worse, both Welkin and Alicia found themselves no exceptions to that fate.
Joining the militia, along with a plethora of other people being drafted into the militia, which will be consisting of our playable units. Fancy dancy. It's carpet. And here's Mr. Welkin.
So these are my new digs.
Don't say dicks, Welkin. That's just a weird word for you to say, sir.
Oh, my uniform.
It's a nice looking uniform. Bright blue.
I should get changed before reporting in. Better get ready now.
So much for being a teacher, huh, Welkin? Time for war. God, Welkin, how long does it take to get changed? Fancy Danny, our new getup, sir. So welcome.
Flares, binoculars, a compass, and a map.
All things needed for traversing terrain in warfare.
Everything you need for a nice hike. Or combat.
Welkin? Can I come in?
Hello, Alicia.
Sure, it's open.
Oh, you're already changed too. Let's see. Not bad, not bad. You look good, actually.
You hear that, Welkin? You select your uniform.
So, how about me? Do I look all right in this? Convincing?
Convincing of what?
Let's take a look. Yeah, you look fine. You wear it like...
Really? You're not just saying that?
No, guys always just say that.
Of course not. You look tough. I like it.
Oh, good. I was worried it looked kind of silly.
No. Uniform looks
No
great.
way. That plating on the back, it's like a coleopterate exoskeleton. Beetle-tastic.
Beetle-tastic.
Kolio what? And did you just say beetle?
Beetle. What's wrong with beetles, Alicia?
Welkin? What kind of girl wants to hear that she looks like a bug?
Welkin's not well with ladies.
Huh? Not just any bug. A rhinoceros beetle, king of the insects. Who wouldn't want that?
See, Welkin's not very...
Uh-huh. I guess I'll just try to take that as a very Welkin sort of compliment.
Yeah, Welkin is not...
Tell me about that scarf. You've been wearing it since I met you.
Oh, getting a personal question from Alicia.
Oh, this? It's part of my uniform from the bakery.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Well, okay, it's not a believer.
I don't want to forget the time I spent busting my buns baking.
Mm-hmm.
I plan to keep wearing it until I can get back to manning the ovens again.
That's great. Once you do, I'll be first in line to get some of that bread.
Is that a promise? Well, I'll be sure to have plenty of it ready and waiting for you.
Absolutely. Hey, if you're ready, we should probably go see the captain
for
now.
introductions. One cutscene out of the way of the plethora that is probably going to be consisting of this entire video. Probably won't actually get to a battle this episode. I might get to the battle this chapter. I don't know. A lot of cutscenes and then a lot of tutorial and explaining that's going to be happening fairly soon.
Come in. Excuse me, ma'am.
The other...
Galleon Militia Enlistee Welkin Gunther, reporting for duty.
Ma'am, Galleon Militia Enlistee Alicia Melchiot, also reporting for duty.
I'm Captain Eleanor Varrot, commander of this regiment. Gunther, you're promoted to lieutenant. You'll be leader of Squad 7 now.
Squad 7 are
Enlistee
forces.
Melchiot, you're promoted to sergeant. You'll be under the lieutenant's command. Understood?
Ma'am!
What do you know? It is you. Nice coincidence, huh, Welkin?
Valdio?
Welcome.
I had no idea that you'd enlisted.
Yeah. Now that there's a real war going on, I joined up. Pretty much all the officer and training boys are here just like you.
You know each other.
Yes, ma'am. We knew each other at university. Welcome was in science and I was in archaeology. And just look at us now. No archaeology or
Leaders of their own
science.
squads.
Looks like the two of us are studying war, I guess.
Looks that way. It's good to see you.
And you.
That'll be all for now. There's a strategy briefing later today, but you still have time. Time for you to catch up. You'll be spending a lot of time on the post and in Randbreeze. They'll be your new home, so get to know them. That'll be all. Report back in time for the briefing.
So, Welkin is now the leader
Until
of
then,
Squad 7,
you're
and
dismissed.
Alicia is our lieutenant. Fairly short cutscene there. Alright. Now, we will start from the R&D, or actually start from the book mode is to go back to the book, obviously. We'll go to the R&D facility first. Upgrade Squad 7's equipment by developing new weaponry. Here you can spend your DCT to upgrade your weapons as well as the tank. So here's
Welcome
Leon.
to R&D, man. What can I do you for? Huh? Wait, I know that insignia. You're Lieutenant Gunther, aren't
Huge
you?
fanboy of Welkin.
I knew it! Man, I've heard about you. That evacuation at Brule was just... wow!
Welkin must be
Protecting a tiny life in the middle of all that slaughter? Man! Man!
Very hyped.
Oh, Lieutenant, you're good people. You get all my respect and then some, bro.
Leon's not by himself though.
What's going on, Leon? I could hear you
This
from
is
clear
Chris.
across the hangar.
The other R&D boys.
Oh, Casey, check it out! It's Lieutenant Gunther! He's the man, man!
very
Sorry about him,
excited.
Lieutenant. He's like this all the time, I'm afraid.
Just a second. Sorry, guys. I'll take that off real quick.
But where are my manners? I'm Kreese Cherney. I'm training here as a
Cherney.
mechanic.
Oh, and I'm Leon Schmidt, but just call me Leon, bro. I'm your boy.
Schmidt.
So, Lieutenant Gunther, what brings you down to R&D today? We do work here on weapons development, making upgraded weapons and equipment.
You get to the later missions and battles. Upgraded equipment
And that
will
includes
be
rifles
very
and machine
useful.
guns. We can even soup up your tank. Of course, research expenses aren't cheap.
That's where your DCT comes into play.
With rifles and other firearms, we'll mass-produce new models as they're developed. You won't have to worry about making enough for your squad. We'll outfit them.
For tanks, you can upgrade the baseline performance of the body itself, or develop optional parts that you can add on to tweak out its specs.
Your main focus should be on your foot
Right.
soldiers, though.
You can
Upgrading
choose
their
which
weaponry
optional
over the
parts you
tank.
want in the tank equipment section. Come in any time and make adjustments based on the
As
needs of
tank.
the operation.
You don't
at
use the
hand.
tank too often. A few missions where you have to use the tank effectively. About outfitting tanks. Development work on tanks happens in the form of body enhancements, tread and weak point improvements, and attack support. Body enhancements mostly reinforce the gun barrel and body armor to improve its base stats. Tanks will automatically be given the best body type you have developed. Decide whether to favor attack or defense, and altering body types gives your tank a different outward appearance. Improvements to the treads and weak points. Attack support take the form of parts that can be added to tanks to enhance their abilities. Each part has a set size and blocks. You decide how to fill the 4x3 block storage capacity in the Eldois. Pick the optional parts that best fit your own personal combat style. And develop weapons. You can go rifles, machine guns, anti-tank lancers, sniper rifles, hand grenades. Upgrade our uniforms, blast suits, or the Eldoiser. But we're done here in R&D. We'll be going.
Well, sir, was that helpful?
Yes. Get Charles stuff out
We're
of the way.
working here around the clock to make possible tomorrow what's out of reach today.
Yes. Keep up good work.
Come again a little later. We'll do our best to have something useful for you by then.
Crest is a very helpful fellow.
Yeah, you better come back soon, bro. I am all fired up to work on stuff for you.
It's our first of our 4. Tutorial. Next, we have the training field. Training units to improve combat ability. Here you level up your classes instead of individual characters with your XP.
Welcome to your worst nightmare. I'm
Drill
the guy who's gonna
instructor.
whip you lazy blobs into shape. Still, I can't work miracles here. No amount of drilling beats real combat experience.
Yeah.
I want you all to go out there, kick some imp tail,
Basically
and then show me
saying
what
that
you learned.
classes gain more experience in battle and level up quicker
I will train
than
that
just by
experience
giving
into
them
something you can
experience.
actually use. Level you bums up. But don't go trying to hog all the glory. A squad's a team, and we got no need
Basically
for stars.
saying that there's no point of using just a single character or class. You gotta use
You will
them
train
all.
as a class and level up by class. Scout level 2, Scout level 3. You get it?
Saying that you don't
When the
individually
scouts
level up.
level up, that means each and every one of them goes up that level.
Drill instructor explaining that.
You hear me, maggots? Any of you think he's better than the rest of the team, go home now!
So it's best to mix it up.
All right.
I mean, you don't have to. You can use the same
Now I'll
characters.
show you lowlives how
But
this
since
whole
everybody
thing
levels up,
actually
there's not
works.
a detriment for using characters because they all level up at the same time.
It ain't complicated. First, you go out there and fight. Then divvy up that experience here.
best to
Once the
keep
experience
the
you cram
classes
into a
as even
soldier class
as
clears a set
possible.
amount, it'll level up. Picking which class to level up and when is your job as the squad leader. Now give it a go.
We have 2,390 experience to use.
Train all you want.
Alright, we'll just give it to this to Scout.
You're
Wish there was a faster way to do this, but there's not. So, continuously hit the D button or the right arrow key to give them experience. It's a lot easier with the PS3 controller. Almost there. There we go. Probably do for the most part leveling up off screen, since it takes so long to do. So at the end, when I end this episode, I'll probably go spend the rest of that 2,000
good work.
on leveling up one of the other classes. So we'll get out of there for now.
Got it? That's how training by class works. Oh, and there's one more thing to add.
There's always more.
Sometimes leveling up a unit class will unlock a hidden potential in them. You can think of potentials as the natural abilities your soldiers have inside them.
Each character has their own talents.
Those abilities will form a big part of your strength in the field. So keep it.
Some characters are better in
Other
other
times,
environments.
leveling up a class will earn you clearance for a new order. Here,
So you kind of want to
as
base
long as we're
which
talking
character
about
you
it,
use for each
I'll teach you a
mission.
classic. A real golden oldie.
You learn Evade Boost. This order raises one ally's evasion skills.
Orders are special commands you can give out as the squad leader. They can save your tail.
Really don't use squad commands very often.
It doesn't
Is it
take a
as a-
genius to
as a
see
waste
that
of command
leveling up your
points.
soldiers is the best way to beef up your squad. The soldiers will get stronger, and you just might unlock new potentials and all that just from me working you sorry bums into the dirt.
Yeah.
I just hope you maggots are ready for a real workout the next time I see you here.
Basically him saying that he could be a lot more harsher in training. But alright, we got two more to go through. Command room and squad barracks. We're actually going to go through the squad barracks, change equipment review, and fill in the members of Squad 7. Then we'll go to the command center, because that's going to take up a good portion of the rest of this video. Alright, so we have Vulcan Gunther, who we already know, he's the tank commander. We have Alicia Melchiot, she is our lieutenant and a scout. We have the two new characters, we have Bridget Stark, who goes by the name of Roshi, she is a shock trooper. Then we have Largo Potter, who is a lancer. As you can see, we only have 4 members in the squad barracks. The reason for that is you have to actually choose the rest of Squad 7. You can switch them in and out at the command room. Choose the members of Squad 7 who will fight in combat. This is where you figure out who you want to select, and then they'll automatically be sent to the squad barracks. And this is also where they're going to go through the rundown of the 5 classes. So, yeah, we're going through that now, and then probably after that we'll probably end the video off.
It's good to see you doing the rounds. Welcome. This is the command room.
Structure your
Use
squad.
it to structure your squad.
Probably be visiting here a lot to change in and out our characters.
You will have access to both drafted and volunteer recruits. Now that I think of it, Squad 7 is still short on soldiers, isn't it?
We only have 4.
I'll explain how this works. This is the master list. The recruits have all been assigned classes based on their talents.
5 classes.
I should probably touch on the 5 classes, just so we're clear. First off, you have the scouts. Just like the name suggests, they're
the
your
quickest
eyes.
on the field. They get in and out of combat.
Their best asset is their mobility. They can go out, collect intel,
Which
then make it back
Alicia
safely.
is of that class.
That, and a keen eye for enemies. A good scout can spot a man in tall grass from 100 yards.
Scouts are useful.
That comes at the price of
For the most part, they
firepower.
make up a majority of
Their
my
job is spotting enemies,
squad.
not taking them out. Next up, the shock trooper.
Which Rosie is.
They're the ones to break
Bit-
through enemy lines and clean up.
Bit slower than scouts, but they're more
They
tankier.
offer excellent offense and defense. As far as combat goes, they're as good as it gets. While they lack any specialized techniques, they also don't have any obvious shortcomings.
Best all-around class.
Think of them as the least finicky unit in your squad, Lieutenant.
Now we have Lancers, which
After
Largo is
them, we have Lancers.
best at taking out
Then, anti-tank
tanks
units.
from
They're
behind.
critical when facing
They
armored
can't
targets.
reaction shot though, and they suck at taking out single foot soldiers.
Their purpose is pretty self-explanatory. In most cases, they're the only way to stop a tank.
Besides using our
They're
tank.
also well shielded from explosives, which conveniently includes tank mortars. Sadly, they're slow and weak to gunfire. Their limited ammo could also be called a
Lancers are
drawback.
one of two classes that have limited ammo. They have 3 shots.
Changing
Which is
gears,
where the engineers
we
come
have
in.
the engineers.
They are able to
They
resupply
handle supplies
both
and perform
Lancers and
combat
the
support.
second class who doesn't have unlimited ammo.
They can restock other units' ammunitions,
They can
treat the
also
wounded,
hear the
even
tank.
repair tanks on site.
Always best to have 1 or 2
They can place
engineers
sandbags for
with you
cover,
to keep
disarm
your
mines,
tanks
repair
destroyed. It's
towers,
automatic
you name
game
it.
over.
Their actual combat skills
That's
are
actually
very
not
low.
true. Engineers
Think
can
of
be
them
fairly
as
decent
combat
units.
facilitators.
But it's also more along the lines of me just liking a lot of the engineer characters. Next we have the snipers.
Lastly, we have the snipers. They can shoot down targets from a considerable distance.
Great range, but few in numbers. There's like 5 snipers you can choose between in this game.
You won't find better soldiers for marksmanship and range.
But
They
they're
can
the
hit
most
targets I can
fragile.
barely see.
You always want to keep an engineer near them to
Sniping
keep
rifles
them
also come with scopes
with
that work to
ammo.
augment a sniper's natural eyesight. Drawbacks include low mobility and defense. If the enemy gets them alone, they're done for.
Yeah. Always best to keep shock troopers and
That should cover the
other
basics.
tankier classes nearby them. All done.
Go ahead and put a squad together now,
We have 4. We
There's
have
room
room
for
for
20.
16.
and you can swap units at any time.
Which is why we'll be coming back here a lot. Anyways, for the time being, we'll be ending off the episode here. We'll pick up the episode back on this screen and selecting our squad. Mr. Weir 121